Hello, I'm Olivia, and I wanted to share about something that I think's a great tool for transforming. And it's really simple. It's really something that every single person watching this has access to, and that is your willingness to speak and your willingness to feel. So, one thing that I've uncovered in my journey, my slow unfolding of revealing my true self to myself, is over the course of my life, when I experienced pain and when I experienced hard things, rather than feel the permission to go inside of the mess, go inside of the chaos, go inside of the feeling, go inside of the pain and the grief, I learned that I should shut it down. I learned that I should put things on top to protect it. I learned that I should conceal and cover it, right? So I spent a huge portion of my life creating a personality that was a protection, which was an identity to protect anyone from knowing and seeing that I had pain, that I had mess, that I wasn't perfect, that I didn't know what I was doing, that I was scared, like all of that beautiful veneer, right? And it's incredibly common. We live in a culture of veneer. We live in a culture of shiny. We live in a culture of devaluing the mess, devaluing the feminine, devaluing what's actually usually far more real, right? The human experience is full of great loss, great sorrow, great mess, great pain. It's hard, it's uncomfortable, right? And one thing that I realized was, wow, when I feel vulnerable, when I feel a lot, when I'm feeling a lot of sensation, I used to label that as bad. So when it was bad, I tried to get rid of it, right? So, you know, you'll know this if you're remotely connected to me and my work. You'll know that that's the complete opposite of now, where I am, what I teach, what I have deep reverence for. I encourage feeling, I encourage mess, like bring me your mess, bring me, you know, often I see a pattern in a culture, and a lot of the people that walk through the door and come into my field have a lot of shame. But you also have a lot of addiction to feeling shame and avoiding the thing underneath the shame, right? It's actually a lot easier to spin in a shame hole and to stay there and to have that be your story than it is to go beneath, right? Like a root canal, like deep underneath the shame, right? We live in a culture addicted to feeling shame and addicted to avoiding our feelings, right? So, I want to say, that there is no greater freedom than the permission to feel it all, to be a mess, and to discover that your mess is your greatest teacher and it is your greatest power when you're willing to go in and unbutton it, unravel it, like pull the thread, right? That's what my work does, right? We unravel it. We unravel the identity that you've created on top of the mess. We unravel the protection you have on top of your feelings, right? We slowly pull it apart so you can learn what it feels like to embody the true essence of who you really are. Warts and all, right? Deep feeling, deep mess and all. And to learn to start to value what's underneath. Not what looks good, but what you're actually feeling and what you actually want. Not what you think you want and not what you think you should want, but what do you actually want, right? It's a huge, huge difference, right? So if you're coming to me, this isn't a soothing journey. This is going to be uncomfortable. And this is going to be what sets you free, right? The willingness to feel the hard things. The willingness to challenge yourself, to sit in the fire. The willingness to not have it together, to not have it figured out. There is immense, immense freedom in that. Okay, and that's what I'm here for. That's what I take a stand for. That's the type of willingness I'm looking for anyone that wants to step through my door.